Question 851. Which of the following is not something you need to know in order to determine if you need to use placards? Answers: A. The amount of a substance or material being shipped. B. The manufacturing date for the materials. C. The substance or materials hazard class. D. The amount of all hazardous materials of all classes in your vehicle. The correct answer is B. Explanation: you do not need to know when a product is manufactured or expires unless your company has an additional responsibility. When it comes to hazardous materials, you do need to know the amount of the hazardous material being shipped, its hazard class, and what will be the total amount of all hazardous materials of all classes on your commercial vehicle during your trip. Question 852. How often should you check the tires on a placarded trailer that has dual tires? Answers: A. Each time you stop. B. Once every 3 hours. C. Start of each day and every time you stop. D. Once every 100 miles. The correct answer is C. Explanation: if you have a trailer with placards and dual tires, you should check your tires at the beginning of each day and each time that you stop for any reason, whether that's for a rest or to refuel. Remember that you must use a tire pressure gauge to get an accurate reading. Question 853. A placarded vehicle must carry what type of fire extinguisher? Answers: A. One with a rating of 5 AB minimum. B. One with a rating of 5 BC minimum. C. One with a rating of 10 BC minimum with a rating of 10 DC minimum. One with a rating of 10 AB minimum with a rating of. The correct answer is C. Explanation: all placarded vehicles are required to have a fire extinguisher certified by the underwriter's laboratory, often written as UL, to put out a minimum 10 square feet of a Class B fire, which includes almost all flammable liquids and is non-conducive due to its C rating. Question 854. Your engine runs a pump when you are delivering compressed gas. After finishing that delivery, should you turn off your engine before or after you unhook the hoses? Answers: A. Turn it off before unhooking. B. Leave it on the entire time. C. Turn it off after unhooking. D. Turn it off on arrival. Use other power to run the pump. The correct answer is A. Explanation: if your engine is required to be on when you are pumping a load of compressed gas, you are always adding an extra layer of danger to a situation. As soon as the delivery is completed, make sure that you turn off the engine before you unhook any hoses. Question 855. A placarded vehicle must carry a fire extinguisher with a minimum rating of. Answers: A. 20 BC. B. 10 AB. C. 5 BC. D. 10 BC. The correct answer is D. Explanation: all placarded vehicles are required to have a fire extinguisher rated by UL as able to extinguish a 10 square foot Class B fire, which includes almost all flammable liquids and is electrically non-conductive, hence its C rating. CDL test. Master your CDL exam in no time. Download now. Question 856. A driver placards his or her vehicle. Answers: A. To give people something interesting to look at while they drive. B. To force other drivers to stay 20 feet away. C. To warn those with children to drive in another lane. D. To communicate risk. The correct answer is D. Explanation. Placards are signs posted on the outside of the vehicle to warn others about hazardous materials. These signs identify the hazard class of the cargo. Question 857. At a rest stop, you discover that your hazardous materials shipment is leaking, but there is no phone available. What do you do? Answers. A. Keep driving slowly and cautiously until you reach a phone. B. Send someone for help with all the necessary information. C. Keep driving for help as quickly as possible. D. Leave your truck parked with its emergency lights on and walk for help. The correct answer is B. Explanation. Cleaning up a spill, a huge contamination in particular, is very expensive. Therefore, if you notice a leak, stop as soon as you possibly can and get off the road. Stay with your vehicle because of liability and safety issues, and send someone else for help. You will need to send a large amount of vital information, including your location, your direction of travel, the hazard class and ID numbers, your carrier's location, and the cargo's destination. Make sure you write it all down for the person seeking help. Question 858. Your engine runs a pump when you are delivering compressed gas. When should you turn off your engine? Answers. A. Turn it off after unhooking the hose. B. Leave it on the entire time. C. Turn it off before unhooking the hose. D. Turn it off on arrival, use other power to run the pump. The correct answer is C. Explanation. If your engine must be on when you are pumping a load of compressed gas, it adds additional danger. As soon as the delivery is completed, turn off the engine before you unhook the hose. Question 859. If you are carrying 100 pounds of silver cyanide and you are given papers at the shipper's dock to carry 100 cartons of battery acid as well. Answers. A. Make sure there is plenty of space between the two. B. Inform someone and do not load the battery acid. C. Make sure the silver cyanide is loaded on top of the battery acid. D. Make sure the battery acid is loaded on top of the silver cyanide. The correct answer is B. Explanation. Silver cyanide and battery acid are on the list of products that cannot travel together for safety reasons. See the Do Not Load table in the handbook. Silver cyanide cannot be loaded with acids or other corrosive materials because their mixture can release hydrocyanic acid, which is extremely poisonous. Question 860. When shippers package the material, they are trying to. Answers. A. Make it as light as possible. B. Make it easy to open and close the packages. C. Make it easy to identify. D. Do all of these. The correct answer is C. Explanation. The regulations on packages of hazardous materials require shippers to make it easy for drivers, destination personnel, and emergency personnel to identify the contents quickly and easily. Question 861. To determine if you need to use placards, which of the following do you not need to know? Answers. A. The amount of all the hazardous materials of all the hazard classes you are carrying in your vehicle. B. The manufacturing date of the materials. C. The hazard class of the substance or material. D. The amount of the substance or material being shipped. The correct answer is B. Explanation. You do not need to know when a product is manufactured or has expired unless your company has an additional responsibility. You do need to know the amounts of the hazardous materials being shipped, their hazard classes, and the total amount of all the hazardous materials of all the hazard classes on your commercial vehicle. Question 862. What action should you take if you discover your hazardous materials shipment leaking at a rest stop, but there is no phone available? Answers. A. Leave your truck parked with its emergency lights on and walk for help. B. Send someone for help with all the necessary information. C. Keep driving for help as quickly as possible. D. Keep driving slowly and cautiously until you reach a phone. The correct answer is B. Explanation. Cleaning up a spill, a huge contamination in particular, would be very expensive. Therefore, if you notice a leak, stop as soon as you possibly can and get off the road. Stay with your vehicle because of liability and safety issues, and send someone else for help. You will need to send a large amount of vital information, including where you are, your direction of travel, the hazard class and ID numbers, your carrier's location and the cargo's destination. Make sure you write it all down for the person seeking help. Question 863. What type of fire extinguisher must a placarded vehicle carry? Answers. A. One with a minimum rating of 10 AB. B. One with a rating of C. One with a minimum rating of 10 BC. D. One with a minimum rating of 5 BC. The correct answer is C. Explanation. All placarded vehicles are required to have a fire extinguisher certified by the underwriter's laboratory, often written as UL, to put out a minimum 10 square feet of a Class B fire, which includes almost all flammable liquids and is non-conducive due to its C rating. Question 864. Animal and human foodstuffs should not be loaded in the same vehicle with. Answers. A. Explosives. B. Oxidizers. C. Poisons. The correct answer is C. Question 865. A driver who transports controlled radioactive material must have had special training by the carrier within the last years. Answers. A. 2. B. 3. C. 1. The correct answer is B. Question 866. Whenever your vehicle is placarded, do not drive near open fire unless you. Answers. A. Can safely pass the fire without stopping. B. Are equipped with a fire sprinkler. C. Have an enclosed cargo compartment. The correct answer is A. Question 867. Which signals may be used to warn of a stopped vehicle which contains explosives? Answers. A. Signal fires. B. Reflective triangles. C. Flares. The correct answer is B. Question 868. A hazard class name or ID number may not be used to describe. Answers. A. Hazardous waste. B. A reportable quantity of a hazardous substance. C. Non-hazardous materials. The correct answer is C. Question 869. A vehicle placarded for hazardous materials must have placards on sides. Answers: A. 2. B. 3. C. 4. The correct answer is C. Question 870. Who is responsible for packaging, labeling and preparing the hazardous material shipping papers for a common carrier? Answers: A. Carrier. B. Shipper. C. Driver. The correct answer is B. Question 871. The intent of the Hazardous Materials Regulation has three parts. 1. To ensure safety of drivers and equipment. 2. To communicate the risk and 3. Answers: A. To tax the shipper correctly. B. To allow state enforcement. C. To contain the materials. The correct answer is C. Question 872. There are two lists that drivers, shippers, and carriers use to find out if a material is a regulated product. One of these is the. Answers: A. Department of Transportation Hazard Chart. B. List of hazardous materials and reportable quantities. C. EPA, U.S. Environmental Protection Agency, Dangerous Materials Table. The correct answer is B. Question 873. If an X or RQ is in the HM column of a shipper paper entry, the. Answers: A. Entry refers to the materials that must be top-loaded. B. Material on that line is the biggest part of the shipment. C. Shipment is regulated by hazardous materials regulations. The correct answer is C. Question 874. Only one of these shipping papers' description for a hazardous material is in the right order. Which one is it? Answers: A. Corrosive material, hydrochloric acid, UN 1789. B. UN 1048, hydrogen bromide, non-flammable gas. C. Hexane, UN 1208, flammable liquid. The correct answer is B. Question 875. A vehicle carrying explosives has crashed with another vehicle. You should not pull them apart until. Answers: A. The shipper's loading foreman is present. B. At least 30 minutes have passed. C. The explosives have been placed at least 200 feet away from the vehicles and occupied buildings. The correct answer is C. Question 876. You may not park a vehicle carrying hazardous materials within feet of an open fire. Answers: A. 200. B. 300. C. 400. The correct answer is B. Question 877. The transport index of a radioactive material. Answers: A. is another way of writing the weight of the package. B is something that only the shipper needs to worry about. C tells the degree of control needed during transportation. The correct answer is C. Question 878. When hauling hazardous materials, you must stop your vehicle and check any dual tires at least once every whichever is less. Answers: A. 1 hour or 50 miles. B. 3 hours or 150 miles. C. 2 hours or 100 miles. The correct answer is C. Question 879. You are transporting hazardous materials. When you are not behind the wheel, the shipping papers must be on the driver's seat or? Answers: A. On the dashboard in clear view. B. On your person. C. In the driver's door pouch. The correct answer is C. Question 880. You should stop feet before the nearest rail. Answers: A. 15 to 50. B. 10 to 35. C. 5 to 20. The correct answer is A. Question 881. The hazard class of a 2-liter bottle of material is flammable liquid. If the description also says poison inhalation hazard, you should. Answers: A. Placard the vehicle poison and remove all other placards. B. Placard the vehicle with both the poison and hazard class placards. C. Placard the vehicle poison only if no other cargo requires it. The correct answer is B. Question 882. If hazardous material is spilling from your vehicle, do not move your vehicle. Answers: A. Any more than 500 feet. B. Any more than safety requires. C. In an upwind direction. The correct answer is B. Question 883. Carriers must give each driver who transports Class 1.1 or 1.2 explosives. Answers: A. An extra fire bottle. B. A copy of FMCSR, Federal Motor Carrier Safety Regulation, Part 397. C. A list of rest stops the driver may use. The correct answer is B. Question 884. You are going to be hauling hazardous materials over a route you do not know well. When should you check the route and the permits needed for the trip? Answers: A. Before starting the trip. B. Within 24 hours of the end of the trip. C. While you are still on a part of the route that you know. The correct answer is A. Question 885. You are hauling hazardous materials and you find that one of your tires is leaking, you must. Answers: A. Report it to your carrier immediately. B. Stop at the nearest safe place and fix it. C. Continue at reduced speed and check that tire every 25 miles. The correct answer is B. Question 886. You should stop before crossing a railroad grade if your vehicle is carrying of chlorine. Answers: A. Any amount. B. 55 gallons. C. 110 gallons. The correct answer is A. Question 887. When fueling a placarded vehicle, someone must always be. Answers: A. At the emergency power shut-off for the pump. B. At the nozzle, controlling the fuel flow. C. Within 10 feet of the pump with a fire extinguisher. The correct answer is B. Question 888. When shippers package hazardous materials, they must certify that this was done according to regulations. The only exception is when. Answers: A. The driver is given a sealed cargo compartment. B. The shipper is a private carrier carrying their own product. C. The shipment is a hazardous waste. The correct answer is B. Question 889. Who is responsible for checking that the shipper correctly named, labeled, and marked a hazardous materials shipment? Answers: A. Manufacturer. B. Shipper. C. Carrier. The correct answer is C. Question 890. The total transport index of all radioactive materials packages in a single vehicle must not exceed. Answers: A. 50. B. 100. C. 10. The correct answer is A. Question 891. You need to warn other motorists of a stopped vehicle which has a tank used for flammable liquid or gases. You may use. Answers: A. Reflective triangles. B. Signal fires. C. Flares. The correct answer is A. Question 892. If there is an RQ before or after the item description on the shipping paper, it means the. Answers: A. Carrier must report a spill of this material. B. Material is in a package containing no other materials. C. Material has an insurance value of over $1,000. The correct answer is A. Question 893. You have loaded a hazardous material into a cargo tank. What must you do before you move the vehicle? Answers: A. Place shipping papers within your reach. B. Close all manholes and valves and be sure they are free of leaks. C. Have the loading observers sign off on the shipping papers. The correct answer is B. Question 894. You have hazardous materials leaking from a container but not spilling from your vehicle. Drive to the closest area where you can get help. Answers: A. And call emergency personnel if they are needed. B. In repacking the leaking materials with plastic overwrap. C. As fast as you can if it is damaging your truck. The correct answer is A. Question 895. Your vehicle contains explosives, oxidizer or flammables. No one may smoke within feet of the vehicle. Answers: A. 25, B. 15, C. 35. The correct answer is A. Question 896. When handling packages of explosives, you must. Answers: A. Double wrap wet boxes in plastic to prevent staining. B. Never use hooks or other metal tools. C. Roll the packages carefully, with no sharp or jarring actions. The correct answer is B. Question 897. When transporting chlorine in a cargo tank, you must have. Answers: A. An emergency kit for controlling leaks in fittings on the dome cover plate. B. An approved gas mask. C. Both. The correct answer is C. Question 898. If the word forbidden appears in the hazard class column of an entry in the hazardous materials table. Answers: A. A common carrier must never transport the material. B. A shipment of this material must never be larger than RQ. C. The carrier may not open the package or container. The correct answer is A. Question 899. The basic description of a hazardous material includes the hazard class, the identification number and the proper shipping name. Which one must appear first in the shipping paper? Answers: A. The hazard class. B. The identification number. C. The proper shipping name. The correct answer is B. Question 900. Class 1.1 explosives must not be transported in a combination vehicle if it includes. Answers: A. A vehicle carrying foodstuffs. B. A placarded cargo tank. C. 2 or more trailers. The correct answer is B.